far worse. Mine are words, and his was action. His was what he's done to women. There's never been anybody in the history of politics in this nation that's been so abusive to women. So you can say any way you want to say it, but Bill Clinton was abusive to women. Hillary Clinton attacked those same women and attacked them viciously.
Wow.
4 of them are here tonight. One of the women, who is a wonderful woman, at 12 years old, was raped.
Just look at Hillary. Look at her eyes.
She represented, got him
She
all,
knows she's
and
getting
she's
it.
seen
Oh,
laughing
look at
on
Bill
2 separate
Clinton.
occasions, laughing at the girl who was raped. Kathy Shelton, that young woman, is here with us tonight. So don't tell me about words. I am absolutely, I apologize for those words. But it is things that people say. But what President Clinton did, he was impeached. He lost his license to practice law. He had to
Look
pay
at Hillary.
an $850,000
Look
fine
at
to
Bill
one
Clinton.
of the women, Paula Jones, who's also here tonight. And I will tell you that when Hillary brings up a point like that, and she talks about words that I said 11 years ago, I think it's disgraceful, and I think she should be ashamed of herself, if you want to know the truth.
Trump
when I hear
brought the
something like
receipts.
that, I am
Trump
reminded of what
brought
my
the
friend Michelle
receipts.
Obama advised us all.
Yeah, what'd she
When
tell
they
you?
go low, you go high.
Snort that cocaine high.
We have
Yep.
literally Trump. You can fact check him in real time. Last time at the first debate, we had millions of people fact checking, so I expect we'll have millions more. It's just awfully good that someone with the temperament of Donald Trump is not in charge of the law in our country.
Because you'd be in jail.
Secretary Clinton.
No, takedown. Check and mate. Check and mate, folks.
We want to remind the
Wow.
audience to please not talk out loud. Please do not applaud. You're just wasting time.
And
Oh,
Secretary Clinton, I
right,
do want to
right.
follow up.
From the United States
Secretary
Congress.
Clinton, you can respond. Then we have to move on to an audience question.
Look, it's just not true, and so please
you
go
didn't
to
delete him?
Allow her to
You didn't delete
respond,
him?
please.
personal emails, not
Oh,
official.
33,000? Yeah.
Not well. We turned over 35,000. So
Oh, yeah.
it was.
What about the other 15,000?
Please allow her to respond. She didn't talk while you talked.
Yes, that's true. I didn't.
Because
And
you
I
have
didn't
nothing
in
to
the
say.
first debate, and I'm going to try not to in this debate because I'd like to get to the questions that the people have brought here tonight to talk to us about.
And get off this question.
Yes, another takedown.
Okay, Donald, I
Big
know
time.
you're into big diversion tonight, anything to avoid talking about your campaign and the way it's exploding and the way Republicans are leaving you. But
Let's
let's at
see what
least
happens
focus
in-
Allow her to
on some of
respond.
the
Let's see what
issues
happens.
that people care about
Oh,
tonight.
Ken
wow. Did
Karpowicz
he
has a
get
question about
back on
healthcare.
that?
I'd like to know, Anderson, why aren't you bringing up the
Statement.
emails? I'd like to know. Why aren't you
We
getting
brought up
to
the
bottom?
emails.
No, it hasn't. It hasn't. And it hasn't been finished at all.
Ken Karpowicz has a question.
Nice to 1-on-3.
Thank you. Affordable care.
That first one goes to Secretary
Thank
Clinton
you.
because you started out the last one to the audience.
He wants to start. He can start.
This-
No, go ahead, Donald.
No, I'm a gentleman, Hillary. Go ahead.
Secretary Clinton?
Well, I think Donald was about to say he's going to solve it by repealing it.
Wants to allow.
And
Hundreds
why
of
did it
thousands.
morph into
Excuse
that?
me,
No,
excuse
did
me.
you? No, answer the question.
Why
Do
don't
you
you
still
interrupt
believe?
her? You
I
interrupt
do.
me all the time. Why don't you
Would you
interrupt her?
please explain whether or not the Muslim ban still stands?
It's called.
They want to create a war between us. And the final thing I would say, this is the 10th or 12th time that he's denied being for the war in Iraq. We have it on tape. The entire press corps has looked at it. It's been debunked, but it never stops him from saying whatever he wants
Has
to
not
say.
been debunked.
So please
Has not been debunked. And
go
I
to
was against- I was
HillaryClinton.com
against-
and you can see it.
I was against the war in Iraq. Has not been debunked. And you voted for it, and you shouldn't have. Well, I just want
There's
to
been lots
say,
of fact checking on
excuse
that.
me.
I'd like to move on to
Excuse
an
me.
online question.
She just went about 25 seconds over her time.
She
Could
did
I
not.
just respond to this, please?
Very quickly, please.
Secretary Clinton, does Mr. Trump have the discipline to be a good leader?
No.
I'm shocked to hear that.
Well, it's not only my opinion. It's the opinion of
What steps will your energy policy take to meet our energy needs, while at the same time remaining environmentally friendly and minimizing job loss for fossil power plant workers?
Would either of you name one positive thing that you respect in one another?
Oh, you had to get the guy with the question, right? You had to get the guy with the question.
Well, I certainly will.
The liberal
because,
guy.
I think that's a very fair and important question. Look, I respect his children. His children are incredibly able and devoted, and I think that says a lot about Donald. I don't agree with nearly anything else he says or does, but I do respect that. And I think that is something that, as a mother and a grandmother, is very important to me.
Well, I consider her statement about my children to be a very nice compliment. I don't know if it was meant to be a compliment, but it is a great. I'm very proud of my children. And they've done a wonderful job, and they've been wonderful, wonderful kids. So I consider that a compliment. I will say this about Hillary. She doesn't quit. She doesn't give up. I respect that. I tell it like it is. She's a fighter. I disagree with much of what she's fighting for. I do disagree with her judgment and many.
Incredibly able and devoted, and I think that says a lot about Donald. I don't agree with nearly anything else he says or does, but I do respect that, and I think that is.
But she does fight hard, and she doesn't quit, and she doesn't give up, and I consider that to be a very good trait.
Thanks to both of you.
Donald Trump is now down 9 points in our latest CBS News poll. No presidential candidate has made up a deficit
These
that
polls
large
were so
this
off.
close
We all
to the
know that.
election.
Going to
So
secure
off.
the border, and once the border is secured, at a later date, we'll make a determination as to the rest. But we have some bad hombres here, and we're going to get them out. Borders. But what she doesn't say is that President Obama has deported millions and millions of people just the way
Secretary
it is.
Clinton,
We will not have open borders.
Well, let me
That is a rank mischaracterization.
Secretary Clinton.
We will have secure borders, but we will also have reform. And this used to be a bipartisan issue. Ronald Reagan was the
Secretary
last
Clinton,
president
excuse
to
me.
sign
Secretary Clinton.
immigration reform, and George W. Bush supported it as well.
Secretary Clinton, I want to clear up your position on this issue because
That was a great pivot off the fact that she wants open borders, okay? How did we get into Putin?
hold on.
No,
Hold on, folks, because this is going to end up getting out of control. Let's try to keep it quiet for the candidates and for the American people.
So just to finish on the borders,
Yes.
she wants open borders. People are going to pour into our country. People are going to come in from Syria. She wants 550% more people than Barack Obama, and he has thousands and thousands of people. They have no idea where they come from, and you see, we
This
are
was
going
proven
to stop
true.
radical
This was so
Islamic
proven
terrorism
true.
in this country. She won't even mention the words, and neither
During
will
that
President
right now,
Obama.
the Biden
So I just
administration.
want to tell you, she wants open borders. Now we can talk about Putin. I don't know Putin. He said nice things about me. If we got along well, that would be good. If Russia and the United States got along well and went after ISIS, that would be good. He has no respect for her. He has no respect for our president. And I'll tell you what, we're in very serious trouble because we have a country with tremendous numbers of nuclear warheads. 1,800, from everything I see, has no respect for this person.
Well, that's because he'd rather have a puppet as president of
No
the United
puppet,
States.
no puppet.
And it's pretty clear.
You're the puppet.
It's pretty clear you won't admit
No, you're
that
the
the
puppet.
Russians have engaged in cyber attacks against the
Oh,
United
here
States
we
of
go.
America, that you encouraged espionage against our people, that you
Wow.
are willing to spout the
Calling
Putin
him-
line, sign
there you
up
go.
for his wish
Call him a
list,
traitor.
break up
Call him a
NATO, do whatever he
Manchurian
wants to do.
candidate.
And
That's
that
what Hillary
you
Clinton
continue
started
to
before
get
the
help
entire
from
thing
him
happened
because
with the
he
Russian
has a very clear
collusion,
favorite in this
delusion.
race. So I think that this is such an unprecedented situation. We've never had a foreign government trying. I find that deeply disturbing,
Secretary
and
Clinton,
I think it's
She
time
has no
that you
idea
take a
whether it's
stand,
Russia,
because if-
China, or anybody
I am
else.
not
She
quoting
has no
myself.
idea.
I am quoting
Hillary, you have
17,
no idea.
17 do you doubt 17
Our
military
country has
and
no idea.
civilian agencies? Well,
Yeah, I
he'd
doubt
rather
it. I
believe
doubt it.
Vladimir Putin than the military and civilian intelligence professionals who are sworn to protect us. I find
Yes,
that
the
just
deep
absolutely
state.
She doesn't like
frightening.
Putin because
deep
Putin
state.
has outsmarted her at every
Mr.
step
Trump,
of the way.
I-
Excuse me.
Mr.
Putin has
Mr. Trump,
outsmarted her in
Mr.
Syria.
Trump, I'm
He's
not a
outsmarted her
plant here.
every step of the way.
I do get to ask some questions.
Yes, that's
and I would
fine.
like to ask you this direct question. Do you condemn any interference by Russia in the American election?
By Russia or anybody else.
You condemn their interference?
Of course I condemn. Of course I can. I don't know Putin.
Contribution will go up, as will Donald's, assuming he can't figure out how to get out of it. But what we want to do is to replenish the
Such
Social
a nasty
Security
woman.
Trust Fund by making
There's a
sure
nasty
that we
woman
have
comment.
sufficient
Hey,
That was a
everybody.
nasty
It is
woman
Tuesday,
comment.
November the 8th, 2016. Election day turns into election night. What's up, America? Let's pick a president, y'all. I'm Amna Navaz. We are live in our Times Square studio. We have a cast of
This was a
awesomeness
great
right
night,
here with
folks,
you
a great
all night.
night.
Stay with
And
us
if I
for
have to
live
toot
election
my own
results,
horn,
real-time
toot,
polls as they come in.
Projections
I
we
called
can make.
this
It's 9 o'clock. Polls
long
are
before
closing, and we
they
can
did.
project a winner
One of the
in
few in
New-
the United
we can
States of
project that
America who
Donald
called
Trump
it President
will win
Trump
there.
was going to beat
And
Hillary
in
Clinton.
North Dakota, Donald Trump,
Have
the
it on the
projected winner.
Facebook pages.
In South Dakota, Donald Trump, the projected winner. Here's an interesting one. Texas, there had been some talk that Hillary Clinton was going to make a run for Texas. At this point, we're saying it didn't work, and Trump
stupid,
won.
idiotic,
And
moronic.
Wyoming, we're calling
Yeah, they were
that,
gonna run for
We
Texas.
are projecting that the winner there will be Donald Trump.
No, when you announce your campaign, and at that very announcement, when you are launching, you talk about Mexicans as rapists, and you go into immigrants
Here's a
as
Mexican as
inferior
rapist
and
comment,
slander.
folks.
That is the wall. And so many Latinos, no matter what their
So many
background,
Latinos,
suddenly are shut off.
Latinos,
Suddenly
yeah,
it turned out that it's
Latinos.
gonna take
Why
a
can't you
lot
just say Latinos?
of very diligent,
No.
focused efforts like this plan that the Republicans had in 2012, which has gone out the window, to bring that vote back. And
Here with you now. In Missouri, those 10 electoral votes ABC News can project will go to Donald Trump.
This
with
was
62%
such a
of the
great
vote
night,
there
folks. Such
in
a great
Missouri.
night. Do you remember
ABC News
all
can
this
now
happening?
also project. I believe we have a
Just
couple more results to bring you here in
great to see
Louisiana.
it happen
8
over
electoral votes there
and
going
over
also
and
to
over
Donald Trump, 62%.
again.
And in Montana, Donald Trump is also the projected winner right there. So 3 more states going for Mr. Trump.
You're a big Hillary Clinton supporter. How you feeling?
I'm on
Can you
the
speak?
verge of having a little bit of a panic attack. We were sitting there watching these numbers roll in, and I'll tell you, the reality of a Trump presidency had not actually set in. I had not let myself think about what that would
Good.
be.
I'm so happy.
This is already,
I'm so glad.
in my mind, such a sad occurrence for humanity that millions upon millions of people have voted for bigotry, for racism, for white supremacy.
Way to call the rest of the United States, the other 50 to 52% of Americans who voted for Trump, bigots, homophobes, racists, all kinds of stuff. Way to go ahead and do that. That basket of deplorables, how's that coming to bite you in the derriere there, honey? Guess you needed a little bit of mansplaining, huh? What a great night. I love to see the facial expressions of what's happening with these people on the panel over here, because each and every one of them, I would imagine, is definitely a Clintonian supporter. I'd bet money on that.
For discrimination, for rape culture.
Strong words, very strong words.
Strong words.
I'm an independent.
Okay, you're independent.
Yeah, right.
Where Trump is the victor, according to the ABC News projection. So I want to get back to this larger question about what might have gone wrong in the polling here. But before I do that, let's just go through again the math here on the map. Let's go through the math on the map. What is Trump's route to victory here, and what is Clinton's route to victory here?
So what's funny is that, a couple of days ago, I would have said Donald Trump has one very narrow path to victory. He has to win Florida, which he's done. He has to win Ohio, which he's done. He has to win North Carolina, which he's done. So he's picking up all of the things that we said he needed. Iowa's still sort of curiously not there yet for him, but Iowa's got to be part of the equation.
Breaking news, we can make a projection in the state of Iowa. Donald Trump, we project, will carry the state of Iowa. So
Right
they
now,
couldn't
there's not
make
a
the
single one of,
projection. He's up
a
by
lot of
6
things needed to go
points.
right for Donald Trump to become president, but none of those things have gone wrong yet.
Yeah.
And so that's why he's still in the game. And the fact that you've even got pieces on the board like Wisconsin that we are even talking about right now.
Next, that Donald Trump will carry the state of Wisconsin.
Yes.
He will win Wisconsin with its 10 electoral votes. He's cracked the so-called blue wall that Hillary
blue
Clinton
wall
had
starts
tried
crumbling
to
down.
create. Donald Trump wins Wisconsin. Take a look at this. 92% of the vote is in. He's up by 75,000 votes plus 10 electoral votes. Donald Trump, the winner in Wisconsin. Let's take a look at the Electoral College map right now with that win in Wisconsin. Look at how close he is. Right now, he has 257 electoral votes. He needs 13 more, 270, to be elected president of the United States.
And the wall comes tumbling down. This is the
And
blue
the wall
that,
comes
Hillary
tumbling
Clinton had talked
down.
about. This is a state that Hillary Clinton hasn't even visited since the Democratic convention.
So go ahead.
That's right. CNN can report that Hillary Clinton has called Donald Trump to concede the race. She has called Donald Trump to say that she will not be president, and I'm not sure the exact words, but probably to congratulate President-elect Donald Trump. So that has happened in the last few moments. Talking
No
to
kidding.
a source who was there for it,
Says he
and
probably
was
won't be
telling me
president?
that conversation did
She can't
happen.
even
Our Sam
speak
Price
and
is
talk
also hearing
right.
from a different source that conversation did happen. So Hillary Clinton has made it very clear to her opponent that she believes that he will be the next president of the United States and not her.
J. Trump is now president of the United States.
Absolutely.
What a great honor to be able to introduce for the first time ever.
What a retard. Simmer. S-I-M-R. Stupid. Idiotic. Moronic. Retarded. My acronym. Simmer.
I am so sorry to my world. I am so sorry to my world. This is not what we want.
We will face
There's so much potential.
If you just stayed away and go away, there'll be a lot more potential, honey.
In this one moment, it's just almost incomprehensible that they can
Oh, it's
exist
very
right
comprehensible.
now.
It's very comprehensible.
So
I love it. I love it. What else can we say except that was a great, great freaking day? That's right, folks. The beginning of the best presidency in the entire history of the United States of America. November 8th, 2016. Donald Trump shocked the world. Didn't shock moi. Didn't shock a lot of people. We called it. We were there telling it like it is, saying that President Trump was going to beat Hillary Clinton. Call it an upset, call it whatever you want. One of the greatest political feats, probably definitely in American history, but certainly in the history of nations, in terms of the stature and the place that America has at the top of the world, and that the President of the United States is considered the leader of the United States and also the leader of the world, the strongest country in the world, the best country in the world, the leading economic giant, the country that's out there at the forefront. And Donald Trump said he's going to make it even greater than it was before. Because prior to that, under the Bush administration, and definitely under the Obama administration, we had lost a lot of standing in the world, folks, a lot of standing in the world. Donald Trump came and changed immediately. And everything that he promised, most of the things he promised, he came through. Appreciate you taking the time to watch. Hope you enjoy this compilation and our reaction to it. Hope you reacted with it as well. And for those of you that are against Donald Trump and didn't like the way that reacted, tough. We love the way it ended. Until next time, folks. Oh, if you like the content, I'd love you to go ahead and hit that subscription button, like, share, and follow. You all know what to do. Take a look at our other video links above and below. I'll leave with my final thought, which is, when you're right, you're right. And when you're left, you're wrong. Until next time, folks, take care and stay safe.